What's up guys, it's Josh with the Preset Bros, and today I'm going to show you how I made this lead pluck for this R&B track. Alright guys, so that was the sound we'll be working on today, and if you don't want to miss out on any of our future content, definitely hit that subscribe button and bell notification so you can become a master of your sound. We also have a free gift for you guys at the end, so stay tuned for that. And without any further ado, let's jump it. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and hear that sound one more time. So just an awesome, pleasant sounding, hollow pluck that's just really nice to create these arpeggiated melodies with. And this is actually a sound from our R&B Volume 1 preset pack. So if you want more sounds like this, definitely go check that out down below. There is a link for you there. Also guys, we'll be going over this sound today, but if there are any other sounds in this production right here, like maybe the bass or the chords behind it or anything that you want to know how to make, definitely drop a comment down below and I would love to do a video on that for you guys. Alright guys, jumping right in, for Oscillator A we have the saw rounded to square wavetable. We have 3 voices of unison. We pulled that detune knob back to 0.08. We went ahead and moved the wavetable position knob all the way over to that square wave. Don't worry about this warp bend minus, we're not even using that at the moment. We did crank the level back to 35%. Now over in the noise section we did go with a J106 high pass and we have the level at 30% and we moved the pitch up to 82. Now we're sending both of these guys over to this filter and I decided to go with an MG low 18 just to kind of roll off a lot of those highs. Make sure your noise and A are checked here. We don't necessarily need these guys checked. Also check this MIDI button right here. And what that's going to do is it's actually going to make this filter sensitive to where you're playing on your keyboard or MIDI board. Now as far as shaping the sound and kind of getting that pluck, we are using envelope 1, and anytime we're going for a plucky sound, you guys know this, we're always going to want to crank this sustain back and just kind of form this shape right here that you see. For envelope 1, we have 8.9 milliseconds on the attack, we have 1.45 seconds on the decay, sustain, you already know, all the way back. We went ahead and gave it some release at 234 milliseconds. For envelope 2, we have a similar shape, 1.7 milliseconds on the attack, 1.57 seconds on the decay, sustain all the way down, and a little bit of a release at 185 milliseconds. You notice we are using the envelope section to modulate the cutoff knob. Our cutoff knob is at 146 Hertz and we are modulating it by 9 just to kind of give it a little dip into those higher frequencies, kind of excite that first initial hit. We also did crank the res up to 25% and the drive up to 12 and the fat up to 6. We are using LFO1 to also boost that cutoff just a little bit, again by 9, just to give it a little extra oomph. So for LFO2, this is a really cool trick I like to do. I like to make this pattern and then I'll go ahead and put it on something like the CRS and we'll make it bipolar, crank that up, and it's just going to wobble it out of tune. I can let you guys hear that. So obviously at a small amount that was a little extreme, so we're going with 10 here. But yeah, that's just a really cool trick that you can go ahead and do. In this case, I'm actually modulating the master tune to kind of achieve the same effect, but it's just very subtle. So if I click over here in the matrix, we have LFO2 right here, and we have the master tune, and we're just modulating it by 5, and we have bipolar on, and that's just kind of giving it a little inconsistency. I can go ahead and bypass that, and we can give the sound a listen. And then I'll go ahead and activate it. You see how it's just not so stagnant anymore, it's kind of bouncing out, and I can pull this up and give you a more extreme effect. We'll put it to like 10. just so you can kind of hear that. But that's another really trick to kind of polish up your sounds and make them sound a little more unique. So the last thing I did here is I went ahead and took my velocity and I'm modulating the cutoff here by 8. And essentially what that does is if we go into MIDI clip right here, you can see velocity is right here. These are all kind of stagnant. So we can go ahead and highlight them all. We'll randomize them. And now you can see there's a little variation. So let's give this a listen now. We could do more of an extreme example. So that's going to give you that effect of someone actually playing it, and maybe some notes they hit harder, some notes they don't, depending on the velocity. So for example, like this guy, he's going to be a lot brighter compared to these guys right here because they have a lower velocity, and you can modulate anything with the velocity. Right here I'm doing the cutoff, for example. So that's another really cool trick that you can kind of just move into that more of a real analog-y kind of sound instead of everything being very stagnant. Alright guys, for the effects, I do have a little bit of hyper and dimension here. I have the mix knob at 50% on the hyper. For the size of the dimension, I have 50, and then for the mix, I have 80%. I also went ahead and did some compression as well with a gain boost of about 13 dB. For the EQ, I am boosting the highs ever so slightly at about 1600 Hertz. And then I went ahead and finished the sound off with a little bit of delay and reverb. For the delay, it is a ping pong delay at 1/8 with the mix knob at 47%. And then I finished with reverb, low cut of 73, high cut of 36, and the mix knob at 48%. That pretty much wraps up the sound for today, guys. I hope you learned something. I hope you got inspired. I hope you can use this in your next banger R&B track. I did mention we had a free gift for you guys, and that is this exact sound for free. There's a download link down below, so definitely go grab that. Also guys, if you like the serum skin I'm using in this video, we have a special deal going on our website right now where if you buy one of our products, you get this serum skin completely free. So definitely hop over to our website and check that out. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and as always, stay creative. Sipping off it.